Hello friends, family and other creatures of the sea, and welcome back to a high-level game of StarCraft 2. Today we have the BlizzCon 2016 finals, but the upgraded version, alright? These two guys, they played back then. It was Bjorn who ended up winning that, I believe with a 4-2 or a 4-3 score. It must have been 4-3. That was a really epic finals. If you were still planning on watching that one and I just spoiled you, I'm sorry, but then again, it has been 8 years. You know, I think it's reasonable for me at this point to expect that most people at least know the result of what happened there. But if you were holding out, you know, this was going to be the weekend in which you were finally going to watch the 2016 BlizzCon finals, then I do apologize for ruining your weekend like that. Although, it's still a great series to watch, you know. Weekend not ruined, you can still go for it. Who won the 2017 finals after? I think it was a ZVZ, right? Sue versus Rogue, probably. 4-2 in favor of Rogue. 2018 was Serral. 2019 must have been Dark. And in 2020 COVID was the worldwide champion. I don't think we actually had a world champ, did we? Can't quite recall that. Either way, what do we have over here? Dark versus Beyond is going to be played on Neon Violet Square, one of the few maps that has been rotated in from the blast from the past. For, I don't know for who, but some people must like it. I'm not a huge fan of these maps, especially Abyssal Reef to me plays out extremely boring. King's Cove is one of the others that has been reintroduced as well. Also not one of my favorite maps. This actually is a map that it plays out a little bit different. It is kind of weird. You have this back base with 4 mineral patches. You have a really easy to drop main base area, which plays out kind of funky in Terran versus Protoss. But and then you have these pink things, which I never really had any thoughts on. They're there, you know. I think not strongly dislike it or strongly like it. Like really kind of neutral about all of it. Really, really neutral. But aesthetically, not a bad map, at least. That's something, you know? It's kind of pretty. Alright, what do we have? Factory. What else is Marine? CC, what are you up to, buddy? Wait, what actually are you up to? Oh, Bjorn! You dirty dog. Low ground CC. I like that move. This is the type of risk I can absolutely get behind, you know that? Absolutely can get behind this risk. Why? Because it is a risk that will pay off like 75% of the games. And it's a very minor payoff as well. So the only thing that this does is that you don't need to fly your command center over to your third base to start saturating it. And the flight time from, well, what would it be, natural or main base to this third is probably close to 20 seconds, 25, 30 seconds. So that's the equivalent of 2 SCVs or 2.5 SCVs building. So you're basically gaining 2.5 SCVs fairly late into the game. You're going to get those a little bit earlier. So that's nice. But this is not like a, wow, huge deal. It's not, you know, not a huge risk. And also not a huge payoff. But payoff is in line with what you risk. Queen kind of far forward. 2 cards are going to show up. Going to deal at least a little bit of damage. Bjorn's going to try to rotate somewhere else. This thing has finished up right now. You have a Banshee on the way. No cloak. Instead, we're going to see a fast stim. So most likely it's going to be single Banshee. You have a Roach Warren coming out here. This was a gasless opener as well out of Dark. Dark, dark, dark. He never changes his style. It's really crazy to me that he is one of the only ones that is consistently playing gasless out of the top level Zerg. I just don't understand it. Because his success with this is freaking insane. Like, it actually is insane. He's going... His eco is bananas with it. Look at this. 4 minutes and 50 seconds. We're at 62 workers soon. With these 5 finishing up. That is so quick. We're going to have a forward base. Lair timing is very reasonable. Our gas count is going to be high. We have double evos coming in. Like, this is a freaking dream start here for Dark. And I don't understand why other Zergs are incapable of doing this. I just don't. There's so many maps where this feels completely viable to play. But yet Dark is the only one that does it consistently. There we go. We're gonna go into another Dark game where he's just up 20 workers from the start. He's gonna go into 1-1 on his roaches. He's gonna bang them out like no tomorrow. And I don't really see a way for Beyond to deal a whole lot of damage. Why the hell does Beyond have 2 cloakless banshees chilling at home? This is something I would like to see. It's gonna fly them into the main base, I guess. Like Dark, 5 minutes and 30 seconds into the game, is done with his eco. He doesn't want any more drones at this point. He's just gonna build roaches. That's what he does. Might go for a push eventually over here. Hellions incapable of doing much of anything so far. Getting a half a creep tumor every now and again. Did this not get spotted? I don't think it did. Infestation pit starts instantly. Hydra then does as well. Okay, here come the cloakless banshees. 2 kills. Start shooting the infestation pit. It has to be depressing. It's nice that you get a cancel. But it's just really sad that there's an infestation pit going up before the first 2 medevacs are out. It's like Dark is legit just skipping the mid game. That's his goal over here. 11 more drones on the way. Oh man. This is legit insanity, no? This feels crazy to me. Is Beyond just not gonna put on any pressure? He's so late with this. 7 minutes in. It's 30 seconds later than he should be hitting. It's gonna go with 2 tanks. 1-1 combat shield. Armory is on the way. Second factory is practically done. I can't wait to see this. Scan comes in. It's gonna allow him to clear a couple of these tumors. There's the Queen's waddle on forward. Hive is on the way already as well, so infestation pit did end up finishing up. He's gonna build it on position again, by the way, this time on the gold base. Dude, he's Beyond is speeding into a late game as well. He's not down with any mid game shenanigans. Both just gonna end up in a place. We're gonna have loads and loads of cash at our hands. 6 more overlords. Oh, he has Hydras. This is not the type of push that you usually defend with Hydras. Is Beyond's now going to rotate towards the top side? Oh, it's been a banger so far. 8 minutes of non-stop action. Good lord. I'm not sure if you could have produced a more sad early game if you would have set it up together. It's impressive. Tanks here gonna move towards the right side. They're not even sieged up. What a weird game this has been so far. Just so passive out of Beyond. So calm. Dark instantly teching into Vipers. Banshees have achieved hardly anything. We're now chilling at the... whatever this is, the Pink Panther rocks. We have 5 bases for Dark, who can still go up to 10 gases. It's gonna throw down an ice gate. This is cool at least. This is a freaking fast Nydus. Holy cow. Like, it's going to be a Nydus lurker in Beyond's main base. Or, oh, in this area. Oh, that's a good plan, ain't it? That is a good plan. Oh, I love that plan. That is a crazy spot for a Nydus. Absolutely. Marine tank is trying to push into this position. Not quite sure if that's going to be possible. Okay, here comes a double drop onto the high ground, or low ground. Marines moving in forward. Extractor gets cancelled. Here we go. One lurker's gonna get sniped while morphing. Other lurker about half HP. Once again, these double drops heading towards the low ground. 3 more lurkers on the way. 2 upgrades as well coming in for Dark. We have an SCV chilling over here, waiting to throw down that command center. Where's the Vipers? I'd love to see a little bit of Viper action here. There we go. That's one. Yoink. Can we get another yoink? Can we get another? Ooh. We almost got another yoink. Not quite though. Yeah, it's Nydus time now, buddy. There we go. First person here for Beyond. Yeah, he saw it. He saw it. He ain't falling for his tricks. Nasty, nasty Zerg player. Yeah, this thing ain't gonna finish up. Overlord's gonna get knocked out as well. We do have Overlord speed, so this could come back to deal some more damage. Okay. Tank is gonna deal with this Nydus. We have a Ghost popping out as well. Tank plus Ghost should be good enough to deal with this threat. Freaking Changeling hiding behind the sensor tower is a move and a half. There we go. Couple of yoinks coming in here. 5 CCs on the way instantly. This is an orbital, by the way, not a planetary. Just going all out here when it comes to the eco. We have 4 orbitals already, 5 more on the way. It's going to be a decent amount of scans you're going to have available. Nydus is going to finish up on the right side. As far away as humanly possible. Pretty sure that walking would have been quicker than using this Nydus. He's leapfrogging Nydus is here. I've never seen this in my life. It's a new strategy that I'm not aware of. Beyond's actually gonna find it as well, which is really sick. Look at that. There we go. A couple of lurkers are gonna pop out. I think this lurker should be capable of winning this battle, by the way. This is not enough Terran here. Absolutely not. That's going to be a pickup. At the same time, we have Dark moving in forward. He's kind of found his stride right now. He's making some moves, 5 lurkers moving on to the high ground. Don't forget, no planetary, no tanks in position to deal with this. Barely in range of the mineral line, new Nydus. He's actually just leapfrogging Nyduses. This is insane. 12 more lurkers on the way. The current lurker count is already 12. For the kids paying attention at home, that's going to bring a total up to 24. Are there Vipers in position? Yeah, we have 1 Viper here with the Force. Hydra count is phenomenal as well. Gonna go try and clear these rocks now, perhaps. There we go. 5 Overseers heading in towards the main base. Turret count is phenomenal, though. Here we go. A couple of Changelings. Insta get a quad drop heading in as well. To deal with that Nydus. I mean, this base is being denied at least. Let's see if he micros this individual lurker back. No, it's not going to do that quite. This base has a backup planetary. This is surreal. It really is a game and a half. I got a couple of abducts on these ghosts. I was actually going to get pulled in, which is pretty sick. No Nydus up here. It is a place for a Nydus as well. Could maybe put some lurkers on this high ground. Nice abuse here out of dark, that's for sure. It's continuing to expand. Now Nydus Worm comes in over here. Beyond should be paying attention to this. He's going to have to stim back. Banshees are going to join as well. 3 more CCs on the way. Nydus will finish up and... no lurkers are going to be capable of escaping here. I think it's time for a second Nydus network, by the way. 11 more lurkers on the way. We already have 14 out, so that's going to bring the total up to 25. This base under heavy fire. Where's the Viper that we have? It's going to be being sent back. Uh-oh, I am not loving this here for our good friend Beyond. It feels like he's under a little bit too much pressure, you know? He is surviving and he's kind of fine, but... for how much longer is he going to be kind of fine? That's the real question. Bailing speed now comes out. We have... oh my god, we have 3 Nydus networks. The triple Nydus play. You love to see it. You actually love to see it. How many bases is Beyond on? That's 5, right? Yeah. Still has a 6th base that is in relative range. He's using the vision of the one Nydus to build 2 more. And Beyond thinks he's fine because he has the tank. He's not thinking about the main base right now. Because he had not expected this. This is actually going to finish up. Because he's not expecting it. He thought that the tank was just going to deal with it. 2 more Nyduses come in right now. Yeah, the triple Nydus threat, baby. That is how we roll. This is going to cause a lot of chaos here in the main base. We're going to get a major drop back in there. Hydra's now popping out as well. More and more links. Lurkers. 2 more Nydus do pop out. CC in a world of trouble. We have another Nydus worm. Another 3 Nydus worms going up in the main base. This is a freaking Nydus party in here. 6 Nyduses in one base. That is a rarity. This is the entire army. Sometimes when you when the Hydras use their lunge. Is that what it's called? Lunge? Their nanomuscular swell. When they use it, it looks like you just had a lag spike, you know, and the game speeds up for a second or two. It's really what it feels like. Oh, triple Nydus now coming down on the low ground. Dude, this is insane. I've never seen triple Nydus being used like this before. Such quick unload as well. 2 more Nydus is coming down here as well. He's just going base by base. The freaking Grim Reaper, man. Phew. Takes another soul, baby. Back to hell. I don't actually know where the Grim Reaper lives. Does he go to hell in the lore? Or does he just live on Earth and he takes you out and then you get sent somewhere else? Now, whatever it is Dark does, Beyond might be capable of telling me next event, because good lord, Dark is going base by base. Triple in the main base. Oh, there's a lot of resources lost. I hadn't realized this. Look at that. 60 Nyduses have gone down. So, yes, a lot of damage is being dealt, but this is a pretty expensive joke. Actually, it's not much of a joke at all. It is just really expensive. A very expensive hobby indeed. This is a StarCraft 2 equivalent of golf. What the hell? Adrenal Clans now about to finish up. Yes, Dark is going to continue to mine different bases and has a very high worker count. Has killed a couple of these orbitals. Has killed a bunch of the infrastructure as well, but... I mean, beyond resources loss-wise, he's not doing too poor. He's not doing great, but he's not doing too poor either. And I'm not sure how many more times Dark can kind of pull the same trick, you know? That is the question that we have. It's just going to be a Marine Marauder force in the main base until the end of time. Very respectable. Oh, I would have liked this to stay. Because you know there's triple Nydus networks. That means that just having one tank there isn't going to be good enough. And these tanks are too far back. They're not covering the edges. Okay, 2 lurkers here. A couple of Nyduses. 9... What the hell? 12 Overseers? Oh god. One of those games, huh? 12 Overseers. 10 more Overlords in general? Is he just going to be massing Overseers like Rogue does sometimes? I hope not. I hope not. Now it's 14 Overseers. So I guess the answer is most likely yes. As long as you can deny the 6th base of the Terran, you're gonna be just fine, I think. This is just barely out of range. Barely out of range. 4 more depots coming in right now. Beyond actually supply block at 182. It's a problem that Dark won't have anytime soon. Links now coming in from the side are gonna clear 2 of these tanks. And that is going to perhaps allow this lurker, to move in position. See that? Everything that Dark does has a purpose. It's all clear so that his lurkers can deal more damage. You now have 8 swarm hosts coming in. Interesting. Unique. Okay. Very unique. Really cool. This is like when your 12-year-old cousin shows up for Christmas dinner covered in lentils instead of wearing clothes. And it's Christmas time, you know? What are you gonna do? Flame him? No. Nice. Cool. Unique. It's the same with these swarms. What the hell are 8 swarm hosts gonna do? Take out a turret? It's not like he has supply left over either. This guy has like 93 supplies. Like, you know what I really need right now? 8 swarm hosts. If he kills 2 tanks with it, I'm actually gonna freak out. It's gonna get him, isn't it? Oh god, Dark is a genius. Lentil boy. This guy has 2 brains. 3 brains. You know how sometimes you hear these stories of twins like eating their brother in the womb? I think Dark just took the brains. He's part of like a quadruplet, you know? Took like 3 brains extra for himself. This guy's a freaking genius. Here I was critiquing him for using... He's building 2 more. He's like, you know what? I really needed that. I needed 10. Like 8, not quite good enough. 10 swarm hosts is the future. This is so stupid. I love every second. Okay, this actually is pretty scary here for Dark. Like, Beyond's army is freaking insane. Like, 143 supply. And don't forget that Dark has an army consisting of Swarm Host as well. Like, his army is as bad as it gets. And as small as it gets as well. Like, Dark is legit in trouble if we get a proper fight here. So it's on Dark to make sure that there's not going to be any proper fights. These Nyduses gonna get taken out. A single Swarm Host manages to pop. Absolutely epic. Ling Hyra at the same time is going to get pushed back here as well. Resources lost is 35k to 25k. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about any of this. Okay, this finishes up. We're now going to get a Swarm Host wave. It's not going to go for the tank on the high ground. It's going to get 10 worker kills though. I mean, this army is tiny. What is this army consisting of? It's 62 links. It's 42 links. 2 lurkers and a viper. And he's now building 31 banes. That's it. That's a tiny army. This is actually really scary for Dark right now. He's been winning bigly, but he still needs to kind of, you know, he needs to bring it home. And can he bring it home? That's the question that I have. This is a freaking huge army that Beyond has. It's not even all of it. I think you forgot about these tanks. There's like a random 6 tanks over here. It would be nice to have that with the push, wouldn't it? Boy, it would be nice to have that with the push. This feels almost like a campaign game, you know? Like a random buildings everywhere. Every unit is being built. Tychus sends in like a, "Hey Jim, I found some of these units in the back. See if you can make use of them." And then boom. Same thing for some random queen sending some Swarm Host over to Kerrigan. Like the freaking Nydus. How many Nydus have died at this? 35 Nyduses have gone down. We currently still have 7 up. I don't think I've ever seen this many Nyduses in a single game. Where's the Swarm Host, by the way? I want to see what those guys are up to. They're just hanging out left side. Epic. Okay, Overseer's coming in. More Changelings as well. Despite this insane eco that Dark has, he's kind of running out of cash. Army supplies are even. Like, we really are just one bad fight away from just having a rough time as Dark. Like, really. I'm not even joking. The only problem is that Beyond's army is basically mech. Just pure tank. He has 22 tanks. Tank. Shoot far. Many bullet. Yeah, a couple of goes would be nice, boss. Okay, he's gonna siege up, I assume. No, he's unsieged tanks. Yeah, this is surreal. It's like watching a Wings of Liberty game. He's actually just gonna march across the map. The march of the tanks. Take that, Saruman. Okay, now we have the how many swarms did he get? 18! He's just fully transitioned into Swarm Host. And it's gonna work. Fungal Locust. That is surreal. Absolutely surreal scenes here. Hey, these hiders are not going to be capable of doing it, but there's going to be another wave of Swarm Host. And that should just be it. I've seen a lot of idiotic games in my life. Son. Takes the freaking crown. 42 Nydus is dead. You killed 46 Nydus worms in this game. 46! What a surreal game this was. I completely forgot about how bad the first 7 minutes were. You know, there are some people that decided to tune out. Like, oh, this game is going to be awful. Terrible stuff. And they missed this. Jesus. What a banger. Freaking Dark, man. I'm going to miss him when this guy goes to the army. What an absolute gamer he is. All right. That is actually just going to be it for me today. That was one hell of a game. Thanks all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this as much as I did. If you did, smash like, hit like, subscribe as well. and hit the bell. Leave comments down below. I love all of you equally. Thanks so much for watching, man. Ciao, ciao.